Good morning. I find that anything would do to remind oneself that there is not only the material world. So of course we think of all the religions and all their gestures and very busy rites, but it has its direction. It is towards something they don't know, they call it God maybe or whatever, but something else than the material world. So for some people that helps. They give some time for rites, or they give some time to repeat the name of God, which is anyway not in a cellular body. So there is something else. And that gives a peace, that gives some consolation in this troubling cuckoo samsara world. So there is absolutely no judgment we can have. And some people can, as I said, even Nisargadatta Maharaj, he didn't need, but as he was wise enough to dedicate a moment of contemplation to something else than what is than the appearances, he was making with his incense stick some pujas, some rites. It's clever. And some people, like in Satsang, for example, we just dedicate a moment but not bringing anything with us, just directly giving up everything we know, including the one who comes to Satsang, just for a moment. So according to the demand or to the liking or to the maturity of anybody, he will choose one way or another, but it's always towards something else. And that's great. So any questions about that? Any questions? Concerning something, that's something else that may not be found in the apparent world. Welcome. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I have a question concerning relationships.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's totally fine because we are dealing with that every day.
Yeah.
But it is in the apparent world, huh?
It isn't the apparent one.
The relationships is in, there is I as an individual and a you
Yeah.
as an individual. This I call the apparent world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So in Satsang I deal with what is not apparent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to know how I can stay in this not apparent world while being in a
Relationship. When you are in relationship, you are in relationship. And when you have a moment freed from relationship, you are freed from relationship. I don't think that you can manage to believe I am witnessing, I am in relationship. It will work 5 minutes and that's it. So know that actually whatever we see, so the apparent world, this is the world of today, it looks, it is an expression of what you don't know, of the unknown. It is its expression. So in that way, you cannot do otherwise than dealing as an individual with a relationship. But when you have a free moment, just remember that it's an expression of what is. Maybe it will solve a few problems, maybe not. But at least you have a free moment. You can have a free moment.
Yeah, and the free moments, they go away when I have these desires also.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, and I'm confused now. Should I, is it,
Should I have
to let it
relationships?
go and really put it away? This
Even if you
desire?
try, you will not be successful.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. So I say, in whatever posture you are with the relationship, in whatever emotions and feelings, you can always steal a moment for yourself. That's all I can suggest. Because fixing this samsara is not in anybody's hand. There is no recipe here. There is a few recipes, sure. Therapies are there and all that. But, so that's great. But I'm not into that, so I suggest something else.
And another question is, when, I don't know, but there is what Muji is suggesting with the awareness thing.
With what?
With the awareness, to be aware. Aware.
Awareness.
Yeah.
It's so foreigner to me, that word. Yes, awareness.
And then, but when I hear to Tony Parson, and he says there is only it and just life happening and no one is inside, and I can feel both in me, and there is something else that I always have the feeling that my last truth is love, like really unconditional love. And when everything is gone, all thoughts and all, everything, then only love remains.
Okay.
Yeah, but then doubt comes, if this is really, really true, or is it only something that comes and goes? Is it
Tell
love?
me, it comes and goes or not?
Yeah, it comes and goes because there are thoughts then again, I believe.
And you think that you will have no more thoughts as a living being coming again?
Yeah, no.
Ah.
But when I'm in this love, the thoughts come and I can
Embrace them.
Yeah, and when I get identified again.
All this you see are beautiful experiences. And experiences have a root with somebody. Even unconditional love is the expression of what is that we don't know, but it is experienced by someone for a while. So experiences come and go. Nothing wrong with that, but you have to know that. So that the concept, the idea that it will be fixed one day when I am less desireful or this and that, it will be always like that. So that is hope. It's a concept which leads you to a hope. So what about just now, whatever is there, just now, if you don't grasp at anything, can you speak the way you speak?
No.
No.
No, yeah.
Just now.
Yeah.
Can you speak the way you speak to me?
Yeah.
Really? You can speak of unconditional love, you can speak of all this.
I think I don't understand you right now. Maybe you can...
What do you experience just now?
Just now, okay. Yeah, there's something fell off right now.
Yeah, fell off.
And I'm here. Sitting here with you, talking with you. And there is...
Yeah, but tell me...
like just... It's okay right now. No.
Yeah, but this okayness will leave you also at some point. It is due to circumstance.
Yeah.
I think it will be a very nice opportunity to just see that what is in you, which is not linked to a body or a mind, it's what you search, it's what you are, and you don't give shape to that. Because if you give even the shape of unconditional love, you make a platform that it has to be all the time like that.
Okay.
No, it will show sometimes like that, it will show even its opposite sometimes, but all is that.
Okay, everything is here and coming and going and there's no one there? Is it like that?
I cannot tell, you have
Yeah.
to tell me, is there anybody
Is
there?
Yeah, sometimes there isn't
No,
anybody.
I just speak of now, not of sometimes.
I don't know if there
Yes, okay.
is someone there right
You
now.
don't know because you cannot grasp anything.
No.
Can you grasp anything?
No.
Okay, lucky you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So as soon as you make a something, know it. Okay, I make an experience, I make a something. But in fact, if I want peace, I honor this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Please. Why not? You know, when someone experiences unconditional love, for example, which is something the human being would love to probably experience all the time. Forgot. Yeah, I wanted to say that is the mind interpretation, you see, of something he cannot catch, and yet it can describe this way. So you should not even build any idea on that, because it's a mind interpretation. If there is something unconditional, it must be that there is no one there. So it will show sometimes this way, sometimes that way. But I tell you, the exhaustion of someone, it's because we always want to figure it out. To figure out something that you can never figure it out. And then, as you don't know probably that any something means anything you describe, even in terms of undescribability, it is a description, it is an aspect, it's an expression of it. Once you know that, I think you are quiet. Not all the time, but the search drops. And let the seeker drop with the search. Yeah.
Since last week, when we had a small talk in Satsang, there's quietness in me, but also a lot of activity, nervousness, but it's not really pointing to a thought or a question or...
Okay.
So maybe I just want to say it.
Yeah,
It's
just say it. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything.
Thank you.
You cannot change your personality. As I said at the beginning, maybe there is nothing wrong to speak of awareness, because it gives you at least a concept that there is something else than this, than those senses and those thoughts. But it's a reminder, you see, and a reminder is still a thought. So just be. Just be. I don't know what it means, but at least it doesn't mean just don't be awareness or be non-awareness. Just be. And don't try to figure it out. Unless you need a reminder, then why not? But no, then, no. Okay, it's a reminder. It points to what? Then it's the same than to speak of God. Nothing wrong. But what does it mean? It's to remove the concept. It's not to add a concept.
Hi, Ganga. There's a lot happening, and yeah, I've just been noticing, being more and more at satsang,
Yeah,
that I can clearly see the attachments
yeah,
and what's in the way,
yeah.
and instead of just seeing it arise, there's like a lot of resistance to the
Mm.
attachments.
Mm.
Um,
Resistance against or?
against,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I see clearly what's in the way.
Okay.
And when, yeah, and I just, I don't know.
You mean to say you start to see that what makes you so much identified in this world
Mhm.
is attachments, for
Mhm.
example. Huh? Yeah, it's true, because it feeds and it gives you goals and it gives you experiences and all to the one who is born. Sure, that's true. Now, I don't think it's fighting the attachments which will do,
No.
because it's a long process and you may not be successful. I mean, you will not be successful, not much at least. Just know it. It's attachment. It belongs to this body and mind. Let them be fulfilled or not. It's not much in your hand. When I say don't much, it's totally not in your hand. And give a moment to keep quiet. Don't worry too much about this, because then you think there is a way to be detached. So you believe that when I will be detached, I will be more awareness itself. All that is wrong. Mm. There are conclusions of the mind which doesn't describe at all what is left when you are not busy with your mind. Mm? So I suggest, okay, you have attachments, but also be attached to what is when you don't touch your mind. Include that one.
I think that's that's the sticky part where I'm attached to what you just said, and
Yeah.
I can see what's in the way.
No, there is
attached.
nothing on the way. Because it's the mind which makes difference between samsara and not samsara and all that. Just give more time. When this comes, when you say it's sticky, then again, don't listen to it. It's a thought. Thought attached to some concept. You cannot fix this samsara. Or if you fix it for a few things, know that it is in the realm of changes and in the realm of the world. I've seen enough detached people serious ones, not fake ones, real people who lived with nearly nothing and all that. They are still in search, or they are in contemplation, but with conditions. They need to be in certain good conditions to be quiet. I mean, I don't speak of that. I speak about not having concepts. And then let's see where you are left.
I have a question about that. Is that sometimes I feel like the concept is maybe dissolving,
Yeah.
but I conceive it through my mind, so I'm not sure if I can
Yeah.
believe it. You know.
Okay. Let it. Don't interfere. So it's dissolving, but the most important is where are you left when it's done? That is the important thing. Because maybe it was always there with the attachment or with the dissolvement of the attachment. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah, all those experiences of a seeker, you see, they're so much in the world, and then slowly they learn to go back to the source of things and all. So, of course, there is a kind of totally different experiences. They will start to speak of unconditional love, or vastness, or I'm nobody, in fact, and so on and so on. But it is still attached to the previous concept.
Right.
There is somebody, I am attached, and this, and I'm not loving, so. And you. It's all a huge movie.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. So, once you see that, just keep quiet. But don't expect somebody to be quiet. Just. I think it's a matter of honoring or falling in love with to be without concepts. Because or you go this way, or you go this way. Neti, huh? Not this, not that. And live your life. And your life, it's not in your hand. Maybe reflection, or how you say that? A reminder of what one searches, or it may not, and it doesn't matter, it's not in your hand. You have your personal luggage when you take birth, and that will run till your last breath. Everything, anyway, comes from the same. Everything. So, I mean, it will not show off in a certain way. Sometimes it may happen with some people, but it's not in their hands. But most of us will look as ordinary as anybody else. And it doesn't matter. Everything is perfect. Maybe not for the individual, but for what is left, yes. Yeah.
Wisdom, as fragile as a butterfly wing. Trunk 2. Why is wisdom fragile, so fragile?
Because when you speak of it, you are no more wise. But it's strong as thousands of Arunachala because it's always there that you want it or not, that you are aware of it or not. When we speak of it, it's fantastic because it reminds you of something else. You are thirsty of something else, so you came to this. You came to really want to accomplish or realize what they say with those big words, wisdom, awareness, consciousness, whatnot. That. But they are indications. So you are it. It's available when you don't touch your mind, even the indications. Then you are all with it, sure, but then you don't need any more the indications. But know that they are indications. Nothing wrong, I said in the beginning. Better to have an indication, I mean, if you search for it, than trying to fix this samsara. But you see, we fool ourselves so often in thinking, oh, I am it because I know myself. I am awareness. I know I am awareness itself. That's my real nature. It's all beautiful. It's already amazing to have experience and love for it. But the blah blah, it becomes a blah blah. Honoring it is just stop. Dare to have also no indication suddenly. And dare not to know anything, because there is nobody there anyway. That's all. But as I said, nothing wrong with reminders. But know that they're reminders. Know it. And who needs a reminder? A seeker. Even if he thinks he achieved it. Still a seeker. Nothing wrong with that. But if it troubles you, I have to tell you that. It's all about what you... And when you sleep then, where is all this? Where is samsara? Where is moksha? When you sleep. Huh? Every day we have that experience. The problem maybe is that we call it a sleep. And we call it a sleep because when we wake up, we believe we were the one who slept, then we wake up, then we dream or whatever. I. As long as there is an I, whatever dress he has got, if he searches for something else, God or what am I or what's reality, He's lucky to have reminders. But there are reminders, yeah. Who can pretend being alive in this torment not to need reminders? I don't pretend, but no, if you know there are reminders, then you will use it, but then you know that the essential is where it leaves you, where you are left. You don't need to have the bone, the reminder, and still got it. No. You take your bone, keep quiet. Did you see my face?
Is satsang the bone?
Sure. And not. Yes and not. Depends for each one. You can come to satsang because you search, you come to satsang because you found, or you come to satsang because you just love it and know the preciousness of not being fooled by the mind.
The latter.
But you see, I would like even to erase what I said, because we are all in the same boat. Means no boat, of course. Only the mind makes differences and all that. The body can react that way, you see. When you were away from your mom, for example, that you loved so long, so many years, when you come back and see her, you weep out of joy. It's a relief. But it's the body reaction, it's the mind reaction. Keep quiet after.
Hello, Ganga.
Hi.
Hi, I'm happy to be here again.
there's something I want to express around this love affair with the unknown, with the self, which feels like there's this. Feels like there's always more being asked, like to really keep giving more and more of this.
Giving where?
Just giving to that I am, just whatever it.
No, you have not to give anything, otherwise it's not there. Keep quiet.
Right.
It was far away.
It's such an illusion, though, Ganga, because in this seeming opening of this surrendering, there I am, and yet there's nowhere, there's nothing really in the keeping quiet. There's all that doesn't exist. So.
So keep quiet.
Oh, this is nuts. This is fucking nuts.
I don't disagree, huh?
I just feel like I'm in the way. I really am. I just go through these. I'm just crumbling away. It's very beautiful. Oh God. It's just bonkers. Doesn't speak. Thank you, Ganga, for me. Yeah, it's just lovely. I just don't know what to say, but it's great.
No, mate, we are in the same.
I'll just carry on crumbling away. There's nothing better to do, really. Oh, dear. Oh, God. Yeah, it comes in waves. Oh, dear. Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you.
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
So, I'm taking us to the other
Up
side.
a little bit.
I'm taking us to the other side. I want to speak about suffering.
It's not only enough to suffer, we have to speak of suffering. Understand, it's part of the suffering, yeah. We suffer and then we speak of suffering, and then again we suffer more, and then more digging into speaking of suffering. That we pass our life like this, you agree? With a few stops of pleasures, I agree too. But no?
I would like to.
Yeah.
It would be different.
Please,
That
please.
I would like to that it will be a bit different. As I know the bliss states. I know how to observe things that are also crumbling away.
Yeah.
Intensified more and more.
Yeah.
A lot of changes, and I'm wondering, like, the samsara, what's the function of it? Like, why?
That is a taboo question. No why. It's part of the samsara to ask why. It's not part of the wisdom to go into why. So, in samsara you give the meaning you want. You are free to give the meaning you want to accomplish or be in this life, in your life.
So I'm trying to accept whatever is appearing, and the more I accept, the more is appearing, and the more is broken down.
Yeah.
And
So acceptance is not the way.
okay,
Rejection is not the way. Acceptance is not the way. What is left?
just being. And it feels physically sometimes like a lot to hold. Like it has an effect on the body. It's like
What has an effect?
being with it, with the samsara or the
Of
suffering.
course, but samsara, it's a mix of its body, mind, all that is totally the same in different appearances. Sure, of course, you can be affected in the body, sure. So, why you jumped to this now? After
Sorry.
I got a good bite. But this is Calice. From being, why did you jump to this?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Ah.
There might be some attachment.
Or some beliefs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. It's something that just happens. It just appears.
You see, it can happen. Anything can rise. Now, or you are interested in it because there is still something there interesting for you to be fulfilled or not, or to know or whatever. There is a concept there. Or it appears and it disappears. You are no more interested.
So I'm trying to become that, or to be that, and still I sense that there's this disappointment, like, something crumbles away again.
No, but that, you see, is because you have this idea that being will show off only like when you say being. It shows off as he likes. So the expression these identifications in what we call samsara or the world, it's that too. That you like it or not. Here, it's really the meaning, keep quiet. Keep quiet. It's the way it appears, it's the way it appears. And don't fall into acceptance, it will not work. Just keep quiet means don't put your finger in it. It doesn't mean that you will not have experiences of identifications and all, but then you know it belongs to this body-mind. And when I said being or I keep quiet, it was not speaking of somebody in this body-mind. So you see, you confuse, you always jump from one thing to another. That is the confusion. This appearance is already is as much beingness than beingness naked from appearance. It's because we always want a different life. We have some ideals. Oh, I would have loved to live this and that. I want to live this and that. And that's a problem. You see all those experiences of bliss, this and that. It's before the seeker was searching outside, then for some reason he wasn't probably not enough satisfied, so he heard a few teachings telling go inside. So by going inside, one can have will have different experiences, and bliss is into that, and conditional love is into that, and all. It's still experience. So nothing wrong with that. Happily, sometimes one could even experience that. But the problem is that it gives you unsatisfaction because it doesn't last. It looks so real and it looks so good. It should be more permanent. So that unsatisfaction creates a new torment. So just know, doesn't matter whatever you live, even if there are preferences, but in the global view, doesn't matter what you live, but what you live are experiences of someone who was born, who has a personal life with that, and will die with all the experiences he got. So what? Know it. Just know it. Where are you left when you know it? Without figuring it out.
Nowhere.
But don't make a nowhere again something. This is the thing. It's an experience now. As soon as you say that, it's an experience because it's as fragile as a wing of a butterfly. I will soon have the Ramana's moustache. Then you will trust me more.
So I'm here for the first time, and I feel your silence.
You feel
This quietness and
Yeah.
silence in you, and I feel it also when you are talking and laughing.
Okay.
And for me, it's very often that I feel more and more the silence when I'm on my own.
okay.
But when I'm interacting,
Yeah.
I get lost in.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Of course. Then you cannot react. You cannot act. But you know, as soon as the interaction is gone, where are you?
More and more back. I feel more and more my own space and my own.
Okay, that counts, no?
Sorry, that counts.
That counts. Counts. That's important.
Yeah. But
Because then you see that everything rises from here. Where is your power in this rising?
there are moments I don't feel any power. I only react.
Yeah, maybe there are experiences, different experiences you have, but of course we speak of those who trouble, who are, or where one is identified.
Yeah.
It's unavoidable. Tell me anybody in this life who can pretend is not even a minute identified.
So it's no trouble to, nothing to.
There is no trouble. Just know that when it's over, you never left who you are. Here, you see this sentence of my master applies, nothing ever happened. Why should you worry?
So you say really just be quiet. Just be quiet. It's what you would say.
So your nature is to keep quiet. And then you cannot avoid the volcano of this keeping quiet. There are not two things. The problem is that generally people, and that's why they search, they only know the volcano. And then after, when they search in this direction, oh, it's more real not to be a volcano. The background of the volcano is more real. But then also there is, it's in and out, and it becomes also very complicated. So just leave the complication as it is. Doesn't matter. You just keep quiet. And it doesn't mean that you will have experiences all the time of keeping quiet. You will also be a volcano, of course, and the background of volcano. But these are the manifestation of whatever is left when you know this.
And you think life will teach us things?
Sorry?
Will life teach us things so that maybe something always the same things come to you, always the same until you can be quiet.
You can take any teacher as you like. But you see, if you want real peace, I would speak like this, it's an indication. I would take teachers who indicate that, not those who try to fix this and that, and then they promise you, then you will be in total harmony forever with this manifestation and all that. These are just total utopias. It will never happen. It's very interesting. You can see, even free beings, you see, they, if we don't speak of those like Ramana who had a detached life by nature, he was born this way. But for example, a free being has also a wife. And then what? Then what? When he's in the bed with the wife? Huh? Bon. He doesn't feel lost because he doesn't make differences. He saw this is the life of a body and mind. Actually, doesn't matter. It's the expression of that, of who I am in reality. And so, those spiritual ideas, I tell you, I shoot them one by one if I can. I love it. Ay, ay, ay. This is my pleasure. You know, my master, he said one day with his serious nose, when he had a serious nose, means be careful. It was a little down then. Who has not been bitten, Mira, by this samsara? Who has not been bitten? And everybody was telling, yes, you're right, we are bitten. But we were excluding him because he was the idol. He was free, so how can he be bitten by samsara? Everybody is bitten by samsara, free or not. But one knows very well where it happens, and another one not, and he suffers. Understand? Good. Thank you very much.